one rental at a time. And I just wanted to have a quick conversation with you, a quick live stream about articles and topics that I'm starting to see in major publications. Over the last 48, maybe 72 hours, I've seen articles in the Wall Street Journal, Yahoo Finance, and just an hour or so ago, the National Review. And what all of these articles are highlighting is that the mom and pop landlords, the ones that had been getting crushed by the unconstitutional CDC order on eviction moratorium, they are now rushing to evictions. They are actively clearing out their properties, in some cases even expediting the situation with cash for keys. They are then cleaning them up, and then they are selling their properties. This is, without question, the outcome that I have been warning about for 6 to 9 months. Anytime you come in and you mess with the free market, you do something that feels good in the minute, and then you ask one part of the system to bear the brunt of the pain, when that is removed, they are going to do everything they can to remove the pain. Whether you like it or not, whether you believe it or not, there are mom and pop landlords that have been crushed by this. They've had to take out seconds. They've had to dip into personal savings. They've had to do unnatural things. So now that they can evict, they can vacate, they can take ownership of their own property, what do you expect them to do? Well, as I told you 6 months ago, they are going to clean them up. They're going to make them smell nice, and they are going to sell them. That does a couple of things. First and foremost, it allows that landlord to recoup money lost. It allows them to de-stress, because there are many landlords that are frankly near bankruptcy because of this. And for those of you that talk about $45 billion coming from the government, where is it? It's been 120 days. It isn't coming. It hasn't come. Like 12% of the money has come out. So they sell. Now, two options. Who's the buyer? My hope, the buyer is an owner-occupant. We have seen in this K-shaped recovery that the upper end of the K, or the top end of the K, has been doing quite well. The bottom end has not. We've also seen an extraordinary jump in median home price. Median home price means middle, and I think a lot of that is because the rich, the wealthy, the 1%, whatever you want to call them, they've been buying second homes or vacation homes or whatever you want to call it. The lower end has not been transacting. So we are going to fix that. Mom and pop landlords will vacate, clean them up, and sell. The affordable homes that most landlords have do fit affordable housing. 1950s, 1960s, 1970s stock, depending on where you live. So my hope is, if you are an owner, you are a first-time home buyer, I hope beyond hope that you get a shot at owning a home and you get on the property ladder. That would be a tremendous outcome of a bad situation. However, there is a very likely other option. Wall Street, public companies like Redfin, Zillow, these folks are not afraid to overspend. They are not afraid to waive the cash. They're not getting a loan. They're not getting FHA. They're not getting all of these inspections. So there's going to be a percentage, and it's going to probably be higher than you and I want, where Wall Street is going to come in and buy these first-time homes, especially in markets where Wall Street wants to be. You can see it. It's the Southeast. It's Atlanta. It's Nashville. It's Phoenix. We know all the markets where Wall Street is hunting. Wall Street is going to pay up, and they are going to buy a significant percentage of these homes. And then guess what? Wall Street's not going to be as friendly as a mom and pop landlord. They are going to raise rents. They are going to aggressively raise rents. So, what happened? The government intervened. They asked landlords to suffer 14, 16, 18 months of no payments. The CDC thing is dead now, at least in 43 states. There are states with their own orders, and those states will suffer the same pain eventually. Watch California. Gavin Newsom is being recalled. If you want this over in California, we got to recall Gavin Newsom, for example. If not, California will suffer the same pain as well. But back to the 43 states. So again, tenants are getting kicked out, removed. Property owners are assuming responsibility. They will clean them up. They will sell them. They will go owner occupied or to Wall Street. But guess who loses the most? Guess who loses the most? Tenants. Tenants, you are already being asked to spend 11, 12, 13% more. I am here to tell you, if you lose 20, 30% of your affordable units because landlords are like, I'm done, I'm out, you have not seen anything yet. Rents are going to go up consistently, probably for a couple of years. And this again was 100% created by the government. And unfortunately, tenants, you're going to pay for a decade. Beyond rising prices, I am here to tell you that unfortunately, the criteria to get a yes answer from a landlord is going to be amazingly higher. There were landlords that historically maybe accepted a 660 or a 640 or a 680 credit score. What happens if landlords say they want 720? What happens if landlords who used to take 3 times rent, which means if rent's $1,000, you have to make 3, and they suddenly say, you know what, you need to make 4.5 times rent. Landlords have the right to set their criteria for yes answers, and as long as they treat everybody the same with that criteria, it's their prerogative. Rental criteria is going to go up. What would happen if deposit requirements go up? What happens if terms get shorter? Maybe you want a year or 2 lease, but maybe landlords want to go month to month. Landlords were crushed. They were the only ones asked to pay the burden of this. And now they're upset. They're stressed. And unfortunately, they're going to liquidate. The article in the National Review talked about 10 to 20% of landlords selling off their houses in the next 4 months. That's a lot of rental units, and it's so unfortunate. We need more affordable homes. But unfortunately, what is going to happen in the next 4 to 6 months is they're going to be sold to owner occupants, which is good. It's the best outcome. But darn it, if it's in like Atlanta, what happens if Wall Street buys half of them? It's going to be interesting. So unfortunately, we are where we are. I highlighted this was coming 6 months ago. If you are an investor and you can find a frustrated landlord, you might want to talk to them about seller financing. It might be better for the landlord not to sell and take a huge tax hit. You can talk about something called an installment sale. It will lower their taxes. It will allow them to have monthly income. So there's a lot going on. I feel bad for tenants. I've been in the affordable housing market for 20 years. About 30% of my tenants are Section 8. Every unit I have is available to Section 8 if they apply and get a yes answer. Unfortunately, there's going to be a lot less supply going forward. And the government did it. The government did it. They asked landlords to suffer for 14 months and never paid them. They had enough. We are where we are. We've made the soup. Now it's time to eat it. And I don't think many of us are going to like it. You're going to hear over the next 6 months, oh my God, rents are up. Nobody can find units. The government did it. It's where we are. So have a wonderful day. This was not a fun video to make. it just feels like it was preventable. It just feels like it was preventable. So take care of yourself. Have a wonderful day.